Hello, my fellow in-loves. Hey, what is this? Hello, Oikawa-san. Greetings, my favorite kohai. Hey, Kawa. Hey, Tsumu. Um, what are we doing here? I'm glad you asked. Where's the rest? I'm here. I just don't feel the need to answer you. Rude, Maki. I'm here too. Is this another challenge? It is indeed. Oh god. Oh, come on. You love it. I highly doubt that. What's the challenge? So, as you might have noticed, all of us here are a bit more talkative than our beloved boyfriends. A bit is an understatement in your case. Shush. Anyways, I'm sure most of us heard we are annoying from our partners. No, we didn't. Nope. Never. Not really. Omi is nice to me, you know. Yeah, sometimes. I think Yaku-san minds more my height than my talking. Okay, fine. You all have great relationships. I get it. Jealous? Anyways, the challenge is to go quiet. Like, not talking at all. I can't be quiet. Yeah. Not go completely mute, just be more quiet or less energetic than usual to see your boyfriend's reaction. Okay, I guess I can pull that off. But won't they get worried if we suddenly go quiet? That's the point. You'll see how they will react to an obvious change in your behavior. It might even bring up their soft side. Sounds harmless enough. I don't want to worry Yaku-san. I want to see Toshi's reaction. I think Kenjiro will be more glad than anything, but sure, I guess. Me too. Okay. I want to see Omi's soft side. I'm in. I guess it can't hurt. Whatever. Are you participating too, Ikawa? Of course. Ah, that's why you did this challenge. Shush, Maki. Not a word. Sure. Alright. Go forth, my children. Ugh, this was a mistake. Noya sprang up from the couch, excited about the new challenge. Asahi was out on a grocery run, meaning he had enough time to think of how he's going to proceed. He didn't want to worry Asahi too much, given the older's tendency to stress out over everything, but he really wanted to see his boyfriend's reaction. He sat down at the table and waited. Let's hope Asahi won't freak out. About 5 minutes later, he heard keys rattling in the lock. He quickly laid his head on the table and stared ahead into empty space. You? I'm home. You? From the corner of his eye, Noya saw Asahi walking to the kitchen with shopping bags in his hands, looking around with a confused expression. He gave Asahi a small smile and slowly got up from the table. Hey, Asahi. Did they have everything? Asahi frowned. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Why do you ask? You seem off. Really? Yeah? Did something happen? Noya's mind raced, trying to think of a believable excuse. Nothing. I just remembered something. But it's nothing serious, really. It wasn't a lie. He did remember one thing that plagued his mind for some time now. He gave Asahi a weak smile and rushed to put away the groceries, still feeling his eyes on him even in the kitchen. He wasn't sure if he should be disappointed or concerned about the other's almost non-existent reaction when a big hand closed gently around his wrist, stopping him in place. Huh? What's wrong? Asahi watched him with an examining gaze. You tell me. You know you can tell me if something is wrong, right? But there's not... Obviously it is. You are never this meek. Please, I want to help you if there's something troubling you. Noya smiled sadly and wrapped his arms around Asahi's waist. Asahi hesitated for a moment, but then returned to the hug, ruffling Noya's hair affectionately. It's nothing. I just... You are leaving soon, right? Asahi frowned, raising Noya's chin to make the shorter man look at him. We talked about this. I know it's a great opportunity for you, and I'm so happy for you, but I won't see you for a whole month, and I'm worried. Worried? About what? Noya blinked, suddenly overcome by a mix of emotions as his eyes started to stink a bit. I'm scared you won't come back. I know it's silly and I shouldn't be holding you back from being successful in your career, but it all brings bad memories, you know? He averted his eyes, rubbing them to hide the starting redness in them. He remembered the last time they had a similar conversation. It resulted in a huge argument and weeks spent apart with just minimum contact. That time, Asahi said he thought he didn't want to come back. Noya's heart broke back then. He never told Asahi that, but after hearing him say those words, he spent a whole week with Suga and Daichi just crying, sleeping, and staring at nothing. They managed to reconcile shortly after that, with Asahi coming back to him and apologizing and doing everything he could to repair the damage he caused since then. Noya, of course, forgave him, realizing he was in the wrong too, and overall being unable to stay mad at his boyfriend. But the memory stayed in his head, waiting for the right, or wrong, time to resurface. This is stupid. I should be encouraging, not clingy right now. I should. Two big hands cupped his face, making him look up. His breath hitched in his throat, seeing Asahi looking at him with the most tender eyes he had ever witnessed. You never say your feelings are silly, okay? I don't want to be away from you for so long either. I know we had some disagreements in the past about it, but that's behind us, and I know we can work it out now. I will come back to you as soon as I can. Noya sniffed and buried his face in Asahi's chest. You promise? I promise, and I swear I would fight a god if they stood in my way to you. Noya couldn't help but laugh at the image of his normally so anxious boyfriend fighting a literal deity. He jumped up, wrapping his arms and legs around Asahi and hugging him tightly. Asahi chuckled, shifting Noya into a more comfortable carrying position. That's what I like to hear. I'll miss your laugh, you know. It always brightens up my day. Oh, really? I should call you often then, right? So you have energy for your new projects. Asahi smiled and closed the distance between them, giving Noya a gentle kiss. That you should, darling. Love you. Noya grinned, snuggling closer. Love you, my teddy bear. Now carry me to the table. I hope you got the gari gari popsicles for me. About that... Lev put away his phone and sighed, slightly torn about his decision. The challenge was easy enough, but there was still a chance Yaku could get mad at him for whatever reason. But on the other hand, there was also a possibility he could see soft Yaku, and that was an opportunity he couldn't waste. They were supposed to go out that evening to celebrate Lev's new big gig, and so he decided to start before they left their apartment. Lev, are you getting ready? Come on, Titan, or we'll miss the reservation. Lev smiled lightly, but otherwise didn't react and stayed seated on the bed. He was dressed already anyway. Lev? The libero's head appeared in the doorway. Are you listening? I am. I'm ready. Yaku paused, his brows knitting together in confusion. You okay? Of course. Can we go now? Sure. Lev chuckled inwardly. Yaku was cute when he was baffled. Not that he would ever say it into the other's face. They decided to have a walk to the restaurant. The place was only about 10 minutes from their apartment, and they could enjoy the evening. Lev took hold of Yaku's hand the moment he closed the door behind them, but otherwise kept up his quiet act, silently enjoying the glances Yaku gave him from time to time. It was a nice evening, neither cold nor too hot, and Lev used it as an excuse to look anywhere but Yaku. He didn't want to ignore his boyfriend, but he supposed he could use it to his advantage. About 5 minutes into the way, Yaku suddenly stopped. Alright, spill it. What's wrong? Lev put on his best confused face. Nothing is wrong. I'm just enjoying a nice walk with my boyfriend. Bullshit. Whenever we go out, you never stop talking. You're never this quiet. So, tell me, what is happening? It's nothing, really. I was just thinking. Yaku narrowed his eyes at him and stood right in front of Lev, grabbing his arms to keep him in place. Did you not want to go out today? What? Of course I want to. Then why are you so without energy? I thought you would like to celebrate today. But I want to. I want to spend all my free time with you. Did you want to stay at home? This was my idea. Was I pressuring you too much? Sorry, I should have asked you before making the reservation. It's your celebration after all. I'm so stupid. We can go home if you want. I don't mind if it makes you happy again. Lev was actually rendered speechless. He had no idea him being more quiet would evoke this kind of reaction from his little demon boyfriend. He pulled Yaku to his chest. Yaku froze for a moment, but soon relaxed in his arms. It's fine, Yaku-san. I don't mind going out, I swear. I don't care where we are as long as I'm with you. I was just doing a challenge. Yaku grunted and smacked Lev's chest, but stayed in his hug. Stupid Titan, you got me worried. Sorry, Yaku-san. And stop calling me Yaku-san. We have been dating for 4 years. I'm not your senpai anymore. But you're older than me, so I should... Lev? 4 years. Lev chuckled and rocked back and forth on his heels. Alright then. Can I call you Mori? Don't get ahead of yourself now. Morisuke is fine. But it's too long. Not my fault. Deal with it. Lev huffed, muttering quiet curses at long names under his breath. Mori is much cuter. You have it easy. All my nicknames are longer than my actual name. So, should I call you Lievochka? I mean, if you want to. Yaku smacked his chest again, but Lev noticed the small smile tugging on the other's lips. Fine, call me Mori if it makes you happy. Yay! Yaku sighed, but an actual smile made its way to his face. He grabbed Lev's hand again, entwining their fingers together. Come on, or we will be late. Lev grinned and gently swung their connected hands between them. As you wish, Mori. Alright, let's do this. Atsumu highly doubted Sakusa would mind him being less talkative, but he still wanted to try and get some reaction from his boyfriend. He was just returning to their shared apartment from his morning run, and decided that was a perfect starting point as Sakusa stayed at home, cleaning. Some things just never changed. He got hit by the smell of cleaning supplies the moment he opened the door of their flat. Mommy, I'm home. Sakusa's head appeared from behind the corner, the usual scowl on his face. Good, you can help me with cleaning. And don't you dare to walk around with shoes on. I just washed the floor. Atsumu rolled his eyes and took off his shoes. Hello to you too. Under normal circumstances, he would already run to Sakusa and jumped around his neck, but this was a perfect opportunity to start the challenge. So, he just calmly walked to the living room, watching Sakusa, who was fully in his cleaning mode. You can start in the kitchen. You always make such a mess there. It's not my fault, and I'm going to take a shower first. Sakusa hummed, apparently not registering Atsumu's quieter tone and lack of complaining about cleaning again. Of course, he doesn't notice. A short shower later, he changed into clean clothes and returned to the living room. Sakusa held up a few bottles in a bucket in front of him. Come on, we don't have all day. Sure. He took the cleaning supplies without another word and headed for the kitchen. No matter how much he hated cleaning, he took care to clean everything properly. His Omi deserved a clean home, and he was going to give it to him. He felt Sakusa's eyes on him and turned around with a raised eyebrow. Do you need anything, Omi? Just, make sure you scrub the sink too. Atsumu gave him a half-hearted smile. Of course. Sakusa seemed a bit unsure, watching Atsumu with slightly confused expression. Are you okay? I'm perfectly fine. Why? You seem off, somehow. Off? Yeah, like... Never mind, forget I said anything. Give me that, I'll do it. He reached for the rag in Atsumu's hand, and Atsumu let his shoulders drop. Oh, sorry, am I doing it wrong again? No, just go rest a bit, okay? I can finish this. Alright. He handed Sakusa the rag, left the kitchen, and sat on the couch instead, scrolling on his phone. He heard some rumbling from the kitchen, but forced his attention to the phone to keep up his act. About 10 minutes later, someone tapped on his shoulder. I'm heading out for a minute, okay? I'll be right back. Oh, sure. Be careful, okay? Sakusa paused before gently squeezing Atsumu's shoulder and heading for the main door. Atsumu raised his eyebrow, but then shrugged and returned to his phone. He didn't register Sakusa coming back until the black-haired man set some shopping bags on the table with a soft thud. He watched his boyfriend rummaging around the kitchen for a moment before calling out. Do you need help with it? No, it's fine. Atsumu squinted, confused. It was quite unusual for Sakusa to go grocery shopping alone. I thought we have everything from the last trip to the shop. Yeah, I just needed some things. Don't worry about it, okay? Just relax. Okay. Atsumu was now completely baffled, but followed what Sakusa told him and stayed seated on the couch. A moment later, a plate full of fatty tuna onigiri landed in front of him on the coffee table. Atsumu's mouth immediately started to water. Where did you get that? In that takeaway place down the street. I heard they have really tasty food, so, here, try it. Thanks, Ami. But why all this? I wanted to make you feel better. And food always does the trick, right? Yeah, but why would I need to feel better? Sakusa paused and looked away. Well, you seem sad for some reason. I'm not good with comforting others, so I thought I'll buy you something I know you enjoy. Do you want to watch something? Or do you want to be alone? I'm fine with both. Atsumu tapped on the empty space next to him. Sakusa hesitantly sat down, and Atsumu snuggled close to him, laying his head on Sakusa's shoulder. I'm not sad, really. And why would I want to be alone when I have you? I don't know. I thought you are mad at me. You were fine in the morning before I started cleaning and... I'm sorry. I know the constant cleaning must be getting on your nerves. I'll try to limit it in the future, I promise. Just don't be upset with me. Please. Atsumu mentally kicked himself, realizing the mistake he made while being engaged in the challenge. He wrapped Sakusa in a tight hug, gently running his fingers through the other's curly hair. He felt Sakusa go still, but soon he melted in Atsumu's arms and hugged his boyfriend back. Don't be silly, Ome. I don't mind the cleaning. I know it's important for your mental health, and it's completely fine. I knew what I was getting into when we started living together, and I'm not regretting a single thing. Then why? Will you be very upset if I tell you it was a challenge? Sakusa paused, and Atsumu cringed inwardly, waiting for the other's reaction. A challenge? Yeah? To be more quiet than usual? Sakusa pulled away, watching Atsumu with narrowed eyes. So you are telling me I stopped the cleaning and went to the store full of germs for nothing? Not for nothing. You brought me food and I am happy. Wasn't that your goal? I guess. Sakusa sighed and flicked Atsumu's forehead. You and your stupid challenges. Ow, not mine. Oikawa came with it. But you went along, didn't you? You are lucky I love you. Atsumu grinned innocently and pulled Sakusa back to him. I love you too, Ome. He put on his best puppy eyes. Can we watch something now and have a free day today? Please. Sakusa rolled his eyes and reached for an onigiri. Fine, but we are cleaning tomorrow. Deal. What are you doing? Maki turned to his boyfriend with a raised eyebrow. Watching TV. Yeah, but why? Maki shrugged, turning his attention back to the screen. He started the challenge early in the morning when the two usually talk the most, creating a great starting point and making Matsun baffled early on. The thing was, Maki wasn't really that talkative. More than Matsun for sure, but otherwise, he doubted his boyfriend would sense a difference if he didn't go all out. And so he decided to push the challenge a bit further. Now that Matsun came home from his job, it was time to start the real deal. Come on, Hiro, talk to me. I'm surrounded by dead people the whole day and I want to talk normally. Maki grunted, crossing his arms over his chest. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. What did I say? It's true. He carefully walked behind Maki and rubbed his shoulder. Maki didn't react. At least tell me what I did wrong. I didn't like this silent treatment. You did nothing wrong. Then why aren't you talking to me? You didn't even say goodbye to me this morning. When Maki didn't react again, Matsun clenched his jaw and snatched his hand away. Fine then, don't talk to me at all, why not? Hold your petty grudge. Leave me for all I care. Maki flinched at the sudden outburst. It wasn't like Matsun to lose his temper, especially over something like this. He heard heavy footsteps walking away and a loud bang of the door being slammed. Biting his lip, he contemplated his options, not sure how to proceed. Guess I went too far. He waited for a few minutes before he got up from the couch and went to look for his boyfriend. It didn't take him long to find him sitting on their bed, staring ahead with an empty look and rubbing his hands. Issei? Matsun looked up and Maki's heart dropped seeing the sadness in his lover's eyes. Matsun smiled weakly, turning his head to stare at his hands instead. Hey, are you better? I should be asking that. He hesitantly sat on the bed and rubbed Matsun's back. What's wrong? Matsun took a shattered breath. I was preparing a new funeral today. For two. Some freak road accident. He hid his face in his palms. He was just 7, Hiro. He had so much ahead of him, and yet he ended up on our table. Maki pulled him into his arms, rubbing calming circles into his back, feeling Matsun's tears starting to soak his shirt. Where is the justice in this? Maki didn't answer and just continued to gently rock his lover in his arms. I'm so sorry I yelled at you. It's not your fault I'm oversensitive. But when you didn't want to talk to me, all I could think of was that you are actually leaving me and I just panicked. He looked up at Maki with teary eyes. I don't want you to leave. I don't know what I would do without you. Maki sighed, cursing his timing. He gently ran his fingers through Matsun's hair. I won't leave you. I could never. And don't say you are oversensitive. You prepared child's burial. That would get to everyone. Yeah, but still, I should be used to it by now, right? No, listen. It was a normal reaction. I'm sorry for not talking. It was a challenge from Oikawa, but I had horrible timing. Forgive me, please. He felt Matsun slowly relaxing in his hug. It's okay. I'm just glad it wasn't anything serious. I would tell you if something was wrong. I know. Maki caressed his cheek, moving a loose strand of hair from Matsun's face. Do you want to eat something? We have meat for hamburgers if you want. Or we can order something. Matsun smiled and snuggled closer to him. Thank you. That would be nice.